When people practice elbows, a lot of times they'll practice them wrong. And instead of throwing a good slashing Muay Thai elbow, they end up basically practicing a forearm smash, which is not the correct way to throw an elbow. Except it is. I think that the forearm smash or a smashing style elbow is superior to a slashing style elbow in a lot of ways, and it's definitely superior in self-defense. There's a couple downsides with the slashing elbow. One, right off the bat, we have a narrow margin for error to miss. Because if I miss, I totally miss. And if he's too close, I end up, imagine hitting a baseball with like the handle of the bat mid-swing. You're not hitting at the exact end and the exact perfect moment of that power arc to impart the most power. I much prefer smashing the elbow forward. Think about the difference in mechanics between throwing a hook where you turn your whole body, hips and legs and everything, versus a cross where you drive and just turn and throw power straight that way. Cross versus hook is one way to think about the difference between the two. Slashing style elbow, cool, very powerful, especially if you hit them right there at that perfect moment. A smashing style elbow, though, is dangerous kind of anywhere. Just like the right hand, if he comes in too close, a short right hand hurts pretty bad, just as one does out here. With this smashing style elbow, I also don't run the risk of, if I miss, being overexposed and yoked up like this. If I miss, or he blocks or whatever, hands up, right? I don't end up overextended. Now, in a sport fight between two competent guys who are like elbowing each other, Muay Thai fight or MMA fight, they're explosive and powerful and strong, and they're missing elbows and they're doing all kinds of other stuff, and that's not going to really be an issue. But for self-defense, it gets like yucky. It gets like screwed up. Like it doesn't always go according to plan. So I always advocate, just like I would never throw round kicks or spin kicks in self-defense, I'd want to stand square and send everything this way, straight punches, maybe a hook punch, but everything square, everything forward. I do the same thing with elbows. So they're either this elbow smashing with this or this elbow smashing with this. I'm still squared up to him as opposed to being exposed this way. But that's not the main reason why I think it's better for self-defense. Let's look at it from like a ground and pound situation. I'm dropping straight down. So when I'm dropping down, it doesn't really matter if he's blocking. Now, a slashing elbow is cool. I will link a video we did up there with a complete guide to the slashing style elbow. How to expose that weapon, how to avoid injury, like everything that goes into it. But the slashing style elbow, the main thing it's best at is drawing blood. In a sport context, that's great. In a sport context, I draw blood from him, boom. It demoralizes him, it clouds his vision, and maybe they even stop the fight if he's bleeding too much to see to defend himself. But I don't really the type of people that are mugging you, I don't really want to take a bath in their blood. The smashing elbow also doesn't matter what their defense is. If someone's got a high, tight guard and I want to slash through it, yeah, this still hurts, right? But this still imparts concussive impact, which is one of the reasons on the ground it is better. It is better on the ground like this. Boom, you get a guy down. Whoa, hey, pull him over. He covers up. Boom, it doesn't matter if he blocks. Especially if he starts to maybe sit up, he picks his head up off the ground a little bit. Boom, you drop this and it slams his head into the ground. If he really covers up, you trap this. And a lot of times you'll get, they just kind of do this. They kind of cover like this. It doesn't matter that he's doing this. A little elbow, I'll never get in there. But I can just throw this whole thing down here, and this still doesn't feel good to this guy. Boom. But if I try to just glance, that's not going to do anything. So I really want to bang, 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 bounce. Think about bouncing his head off the ground. And it doesn't matter that he's blocking. He's still feeling that concussive impact.
Feeling in my jaw.
Yeah, it still rattles you.
Yeah.
No matter what. Now, how is this self-defense? I'll link a video up there where I explain how ground and pound can be self-defense. It could be something as serious as And that's kind of why I like the elbow smash a little bit better from a self-defense context. Because let's talk about, if I've got you down, and you're like, okay, man, okay, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. Probably shouldn't be hitting you if this is real self-defense or use of force.
Yeah.
And all the information tells me that he's done.
Yeah.
And I can safely disengage. He doesn't have a weapon. Whatever, we're done. And now if he's trying to punch and kick me, or he's going for a weapon, or maybe I don't have as dominant a position, maybe we're like something like this or something like this, and like it's getting worse. He's punching and kicking, hitting me. Got a knife. Pride rules. Like all bets are off. Boom, boom, boom. I'll do whatever, right? But there's that in between time. What if you're on top? What if you're a police officer, security guard, prison guard, bouncer, regular person defending themselves, and you've got him down and you're on top, and he's not punching and kicking, but he is grabbing me. Maybe you're holding on to me, you grab my shirt or whatever, grab my shirt like this, or trying to reverse the position. There's nothing wrong with a strike to either discourage him from doing what he's doing, dislodge him if you have a hold of me, right? Dislodge you and make you let go. Boom, 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 boom. And this smashing elbow, look what it does. Boom, it gets me to a framed out position as opposed to a position where I'm just trying to cut with it. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And now I'm framed. All right. And even if he's now, I'm not saying continue to smash the guy after you got it. This is not self-defense anymore. Unless he's got a gun or a weapon, or maybe I've already tried to let him up once and he came back after me. You're either trying to discourage, dislodge, or disable the person with these. Not necessarily just punish them for what they did when you're on the feet, if you want to make it legal self-defense. But now here's where a dude's like, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. And it's like, I'd rather do neither.